Srimad Bhagavatam 1.6.23 Satsevaya dirghayapi jata mai drudhamatihi hitva vadyam imam lokam gantamajjanatamasi. Satsevaya dirghayapi. Satsevaya, by service of the supreme absolute, supreme reality, that is the absolute truth. Satsevaya adirghayapi. Adirgha. Dirgha is for a long time. Adirgha, not for a very long time. That means even by serving the absolute truth steadily for a short time, jata mai drudhamatihi, jata mai is born unto me drudhamatihi, a strong attraction of consciousness, a firm determination of the intelligence. Hitva vadyam imam lokam, and hitva, giving up, avadyam, which is inauspicious. Prabhupada translates that as deplorable. Imam lokam, this world. Gatva majjanatamasi, gatva majjanatam. Ganta will go to majjanatam. Janata is people. Majjanatam is my people, a sea. Such a person will become my associate, will come to me. So the Lord is assuring Narada that his separation from him is not going to be forever. If he just keeps practicing bhakti, he will attain him, the Lord, in the future. Text 24. Matirmai nirbadheyam navipadyet karhichit praja sarge nirodhepi smritischa madanugrahat. So here the Lord concludes his instruction with this verse. The Lord had appeared before Narada and then he had disappeared. And when Narada, frantic in anxiety and longing, was unable to see the Lord, so the Lord taking compassion on him, spoke in a voice that was unreachable materially, agochara giram, and in that voice he informed Narada that he needs to purify himself and then he will see him again. So the concluding instruction is 24th text. Matirmai nirbadheyam navipadyet karhichit praja sarga nirodhepi smritischa madanugrahat. So he says matirmai nirbadheyam. Matir, the consciousness in the spiritual path is driven primarily by intelligence. So Prabhupada translates matir here as intelligence. Matirmai nirbadheyam. Eventually, when we are purified, our consciousness is driven by pure spiritual desire. When we are completely in the grip of impurity, our consciousness is driven by material desires. In the sadhaka stage, when we are moving from the impure stage to the pure stage, our consciousness needs to be directed and driven by the intelligence. So there is matirmai nirbadheyam. When the intelligence is directed towards to me, when the intelligence is focused on me, nirbadheyam is engaged in me. Navipadyet karhichet. Navipadyet karhichitam. That it is not obstructed by anything. That vipada, it is not thwarted. When we want to serve Krishna, there is always an opportunity to serve Krishna. We may not get the specific, we may not be able to serve Krishna in the specific way that we may want to, but we can always find some way or the other to keep serving Krishna, and in that way we can keep moving onwards, closer towards Krishna. So navipadyet karhichet, the intelligence devoted to the service of the Lord is never frustrated. Praja sarga nirodhepi. Praja sarga nirodhepi. Praja sarga means at the time of creation. Nirodhepi. Nirodha is destruction. At that time, smritischa madanugrahat. Smritischa, your smriti, remembrance will continue. Madanugrahat, by my mercy. So here, Narad Muni is answering the question which Vyasadeva had asked at the start of the chapter. How is your memory continuing? If you had met the great saints in the previous lifetime, and who you were, what you were in the previous lifetime, normally the memory is lost. How is your memory continuing? So he's telling, the Lord gave me that special benediction.
when he appeared before me in an unmanifest form. Madanugrahat, by my mercy, the Lord has told Narada here that your Smriti will stay not just at the time of your physical death and rebirth, but even at the time of cosmic annihilation and cosmic creation, which comes after the annihilation. Even at that time, your memory will stay firm, and thus you will eventually attain me. That's implied over there. Now the Lord has finished speaking. Text 25. एतावद् उक्त्वोपररां तन्महत् भूतं नभोलिङ्गमलिङ्गमीश्वरम् अहं च तस्मै महतां महीयसे शीर्ष्णावनामं विदधे अनुकम्पितः. So, etavad uktva, having spoken this, upararam means to stop. Tanmahat, that great, bhutam nabholingam ishwaram, that Lord, that supreme being, bhutam, who is the supreme mahat bhutam, is the great existence, the great being, nabholingam alingam ishwaram, he is the Ishvara, the controller. Alingam, he has no material manifestation, but nabholingam, yet he had manifested through sound which is accessible to him at the material level. So such was the wonderful Lord that although he was inaccessible, he had become accessible through sound and given him guidance and encouragement. Aham chitasmai mahatam mahiyase. So unto that great Lord who is greatly glorified, Shirshna Vanamam, Shirshna, by the head, Avanamam, he offered obeisances, he bowed down and offered obeisances. Vidadhe Anukampitaha. Narada, when he heard this mystical voice explaining and guiding and encouraging him, he felt grateful, he felt blessed. He anugrahat, he knew that he had got special mercy, and thus this wonderful Lord, who had blessed him with guidance, he offered obeisances to him with his head. Narada had been sitting and trying to meditate. Now there was no deity in the forest, it was a secluded forest, and he was, so this is not that he was offering obeisances in a particular direction, he was basically meditating. But in the direction from which the voice had come, he offered obeisances in that direction to express his submission, his gratitude to the Lord who had blessed him with such guidance. Text 26. Namanyanantasya hatrapah pathan guhyani bhadrani krutani ch smaran gam paryatam stushtamana gataspruha kalam pratikshan vimado vimatsaraha. Narada had been asked by Vyasa, how did you spend your life in your previous life? So that is being answered over here. So he is saying, Namanyanantasya, unto the names, name, fame, and the glories of the Ananta, of the unlimited Lord. Hatatrapaha pathan. Hatatrapaha pathan means that which hatatrapaha. Trapaha means the formalities of this world. Now, in English, they call it trappings of this world. So, hatatrapaha, he has freed from all worldly designations, from all worldly entanglements. Pathan, he kept reciting Guhyani Bhadrani Krutanji Smaran. Guhyani Bhadrani. So, the mysterious, the confidential, Bhadrani, they are not so easily understandable, but they are beneficial, supremely beneficial. Krutani Smaran. So his activities, he was constantly remembering. So Narada Muni is describing the way he spent his life, absorbed in the glories of the Lord, indifferent to worldly ups and downs. Gam paryatam tushtamana gataspruha. Gam paryatam. He travelled around the world, tushtamana, with a satisfied mind, gataspruha, free from desire. Actually, this is tushtamana gataspruha. This is not an easy state to achieve. In fact, it is quite a difficult stage to achieve. If we achieve the stage of tushtamana gataspruha, then we can be firmly, joyfully situated anywhere in this world, be it in poverty or prosperity, be it in fame or anonymity, be it in health or disease. Tushtamanagata spruha. If we can be situated where if we are free from self-centered desire and we are satisfied in our devotion, then the material situation that we are in, that will not affect us at all. Gam paryatan. So Arjuna traveled going here and there, but he traveled the earth. Gam is earth, but it didn't make any difference to him. Kalam pratiksham vimado vimatsaraha. Kalam pratikshan. He was awaiting the time. Vimado vimatsaraha. He was not proud, nor was he envious. So normally, no one waits for death, unless, of course, that person is with a painful terminal disease for which there is no cure. But no, we normally look forward, we wait for something which is enjoyable, something which is pleasant, and death is considered to be the end of everything enjoyable and pleasant. So no one waits for death. So whatever Narad Muni was doing in this world, in that life, it was he was going around in this world, Tushtamanavigata spruha, with satisfied mind, without desire. But essentially, what was he doing? He was waiting. When will I behold my Lord? So he was patikshan, and he knew that the Lord had said that I'll be able to not behold in this life. That not in this life. That means he would be able to behold in the next life. So he was waiting for that next life. And if his consciousness further described nirmaro nirmatsaraha. So he was not proud of what he had, nor was he envious of what others had. He was just not having that material consciousness of the comparing competitive mentality. He was just absorbed in his devotion to the Lord. Usually, these Mada and Matsara, these are the two modes in which we function in our interaction with others. Now, we are either, whenever we see some people, quite often our thoughts go that, how am I better than this person? Maybe I have more wealth, I have more intelligence, I have better looks, I have greater contacts, whatever it may be. So that way we try to we compare ourselves with others and we become proud and nirmatsaraha. We become envious if we find that, oh, these people have something more than what I have. This person is more intelligent. This person looks better. This person is smarter. This person speaks better. Whatever it may be. So Mada and Matsara are the two primary modes in which we function in our interaction with others. But here Narad Muni was free from that material consciousness, and this is how he lived, waiting for the opportunity in the next life to behold the Lord. Text 27. Evam Krishnamate Brahman नासक्तस्यामलात्मनः कालः प्रादुरभूत् काले तदित्सौदामणि यथा. So, evam Krishnamate Brahman. In this way, it is consciousness fixed in Krishna. Krishnamate Brahman. Brahman. Narvana is speaking to Vyasadeva here. Nasaktasya amalatmana. Nasaktasya. He was not attached to anything. Amalatmanaha. He was free from mala. Atmanaha. There was no contamination. So no attachment, no contamination. Kalha pradurabhut. Kalha pradurabhut. So in due course of time, Kale, that Kalha. So Kalha Kale is a poetic alliteration over here. Pradurabhut, it became manifest. So the like second Kale refers to in due passage of time. The first Kala refers to Kala as referring to death. So Kala Pradurabhut Kale. Tadit Saudamani Yatha Tadit. Tadid is lightning, Saudamani is illuminating. So he said that he met with death the way lightning and illumination occur simultaneously. So here Tadit Saudamani Yatha. When you suppose there is a dark night and lightning occurs, and now the lightning occurs far high up in the sky, but along with that the illumination occurs. It's immediate. For us, we hear the sound, we see the light. In fact, the two are so simultaneous that for us, it may we may not even perceive that, okay, this is sound vibration, this is visual, this is the sound waves, this is the audio, visual waves, visible spectrum traveling, but we just see it almost simultaneously. Actually, it's simultaneous, not just almost. So like that, for him, now for us, remember, even for us as sadhakas, the remembrance of Krishna is auspicious, it is joyful. But as death, it is a matter of some apprehension. For materialistic people, death is the matter of actually great fear and terror. But for us as sadhakas, there is apprehension. Oh, where will I go? What will be my destination after death? So this is a matter of fear for us, and we need to deal with that fear. And the best way to deal with that fear is by purification, by absorption Krishna. So here it is said that the absorption Krishna and the manifestation of death, it happened simultaneously. It was not that uh, for a materialist death is a dreadful thing, but for a devotee death is just something which goes on in the course of, it's just in the routine course of things. Yes, I'm in this material body and this body is going to perish in due course. So the time to leave this body has come. And a devotee doesn't get unduly worked up by the arrival of death, knowing that death is simply a part of life in material existence. Then Narad Muni goes on and describes what happens in his next life. प्रयुज्यमाने मयितां शुद्धं भागवतीं तनुम् आरब्धकर्मनिर्वाणो न्यपतत् पंचभौतिकः. So prayujyamane maitam. Prayujyamane. He was bestowed. He was awarded with maitam. At that time, I was awarded Shuddham Bhagavatim Tanum. Shuddham. Shuddham is pure. Bhagavatim Tanum. A body just like that of the Supreme Lord. Bhagavatim Tanum. So that here it refers to that Bhagavan has a body of Satchitananda, and Narada also was bestowed a similar body. So essentially, Narada became liberated. It is as long as we have a material body, we are embodied in material existence. When we are free from the material body, we are liberated from material existence. So here, Narada, having Shuddham Bhagavatim Tanum, having got a pure body, he was liberated. Arabdha Karma Nirvano. Arabdha, acquired this body, Karma Nirvano. He was freed. Nirvana. Nirvana means extinction. He's finished. He was finished with the karma, and karmic entanglement was finished. Panchabhauti. Nyapatat Panchabhautikaha. Nyapatat means to quit. It fell away. Panchabhautikaha. Panchabhuta is earth, water, fire, air, ether. So Panchabhautikaha refers to that which is made of earth, water, fire, air, ether. That is the material body. So he quit his material body. He was awarded a spiritual body, Bhagavatim Tanum, a body like that of the Lord. His karmic entanglement had ended, and then he was situated at the spiritual level of reality. So essentially, Narada is describing that he, by the grace of the Lord, attained liberation at the moment of death. Text 29. Kalpant idam adaya shayane ambhasya udanvataha shishayishor anupranam vivishayantaraham vibho. So now this was the time of his individual death. His physical destruction was there. But how did the Lord had told him that your memory will continue even at the time of cosmic annihilation. Praja sarga nirodhati. That, so now how how was Narada able to maintain his memory, and how is this existence continue when there was cosmic destruction? That he is telling here. Kalpanta, when the kalpa ended, the word kalpa refers to a day of Brahma, at the end of which practically the most of the universe is annihilated, except for the top three planetary systems. So kalpanta idam adaya. So at the end of the kalpa, adaya shayane ambhasya udanvataha. Shayane means to lie down. Ambhasya udanvataha. Ambas is the water udanvataha. So the water of devastation that spreads over the universe. So he lay down in the Shishaishor Anupranam. Shishaishor. So it is in the water of devastation that the Supreme Lord also lies. The Lord, he is as the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, he lies in the Garbhodak Sagar. As Shivadakshaya Vishnu, he lies in the Kshira Sagar. As the Mahavishnu, he lies, Karanadaksha Vishnu, he lies in the Karana Sagar. So the Lord who lies in the water, and these waters, they exist, and they also at different times in the universe, they are also the waters through which devastation occurs. The waters of devastation. Shishayishor Anupranam Vivishe Antaraham Vibho Vivishe, entered into Aham Vibho, as did Vibhu, as the Lord Brahma. So when the universe is devastated, at that time, what happens? The living entities enter into the body of the Supreme. So that's how they continue to live. They continue to exist rather. They live, but not at the way we consider at a material level of reality. They are unmanifest to the material level, but they continue to exist. So that is being talked about over here. And entering into the body, they lived at that time. So kalpa, there are different kinds of destruction that happen at different phases, and normally when the destruction happens at the end of a day of Brahma, then the living beings go to the upper three planetary systems and they live. When the destruction of all of existence happens, means the whole universe gets destroyed, at that time the living beings go into the body of Vishnu, and the body of Vishnu, and they live over there, taking shelter over there. So the word kalpa is multivalent. Just like the word yuga, sahasra yuga paryantam aharyad brahmano viduhu. Now yuga, we call it as Kali Yuga, Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga. There Krishna uses the word yuga in 8.17 to refer to not one of these yugas, but to the combination of all of them, to the Divya Yuga. And like that, 1000 yugas is the day of Brahma. So like that, here the word kalpa can have multiple meanings, and considering the specific context of the description which is given here, that the living beings are entering into the body of Vishnu. This seems to indicate that this is the cosmic annihilation of the whole universe at the end of Brahma's day. And so the specific ways in which the creation and destruction may occur can vary. Even in the Bhagavatam, the specific ways in which the various species manifest, it is not always fixed. It can vary. So here it is described that when the cosmic annihilation happened at the end of Brahma's day, so at that time the living beings went into the body of the Supreme. And then text 30, Sahasra Yuga Paryante Uttayedam Sisrukshataha Marichi Mishra Rishayah Pranebhyo Aham Cha Jaggire Sahasra Yuga Paryante, for 1000 ages, Uttayedam Sisrukshataha. At the end of it, when that had expired, Sisrukshataha, desiring to that the creation manifest again, Marichi Mishra Rishayo. So Marichi and the other rishis like Marichi, Rishayah, all these rishis, Pranebhyo aham cha jaggire, Pranebhyo. So they, out of the senses of the Lord, appeared. So there is the cosmic manifestation, the cosmic annihilation, and the cosmic remanifestation. So the cosmic remanifestation occurs, and when at the end of the day of Brahma, when cosmic remanifestation occurs, so the creation will begin once again. So Narada was also there along with the great sages like Maricha. Prabhupada also mentioned Angiratri, that they also manifested with the Supreme, with Brahma rather, who was earlier referred to as Vibho. So Vibho can refer to the Supreme Being, that is Vishnu, Krishna, or it can also refer to Brahma, because his power is greater than that of the other living beings. And he plays a pivotal role in the process of creation and destruction and recreation. So he is also referred to here as Vibhu. Text 31. Antarbahishcha lokam strin parye me askandita vritaha anugrahan maha vishnor avighat gati kvachet. So he says Antarbahishcha lokam strin. From that time onwards, the three worlds, Antarbahir, so the inner world, the spiritual world, Bahir, the outer world, the material world, Shalokam Streen, and the outer world also three worlds, the lower, the middle, and the higher planets. Paryame Askandita Vrataha. Paryame. I travel Askandita Vrataha with an unbroken vow, Anugrahan Maha Vishnor, by the blessing of Mahavishnu, Avighatagati Kvachit, Avighatagati Kvachit. That without any restriction, Gatihi, without any, wherever I want, I can go by the mercy of the Lord. So Narad Muni is a transcendental cosmonaut. He is practically present everywhere in the Puranas. Almost every, now, apart from Krishna, he's practically the only character who is present in every canto of the Bhagavatam and all. He's there almost in every pastime of the Bhagavatam also. And he's there in the Mahabharata, he's there in the Ramayana, he's there in the Puranas. So that is just that his pervasive presence in the scriptural canon is representative of his pervasive presence wherever any incidents of significance are happening. So he acts by the will of the Lord in wonderful, inconceivable ways for the well-being of all living beings. So he is not interrupted. Normally, we human beings, we cannot just travel wherever we want. If we have to travel from one place to another, even from one city to another city, we have to put in quite a good amount of effort and planning. If you travel from one country to another country, we need to get a visa, clear through immigration. If you have to travel from one planet to another, so much more expenditure, caution, and effort is required, and we also require extremely complicated and complex and delicate instruments, and even with that, it's not very easy to travel. But for Narada, he just has been benedicted by the Lord that wherever he wants, he can go. He can go even to Vaikuntha, what to speak of just the heavenly planets. The heavenly planets, he routinely visits there. In fact, he is known as Devarshi. Devarshi means the sage among the Rishi among the gods. That means he actually is, in one sense, belonging. He doesn't belong to anyone except the Lord, but he is in the category of those great sages who are the counselors of the gods. So he can come to the earth, he can go to the heavens, he can travel wherever he wants, whenever he wants. Just by desiring to be somewhere, he gets there. And in that way, he actually does amazing things. And he has, the theme which will come later is that he has the supreme liberation even in this material world. Now, what are we bound by in this world? Actually, we are bound by our body and we are bound by our desires. Our body often doesn't allow us to do what we would like to do. Now, for the materialists, of course, they would like to do lots and lots of sense gratification, and the body allows only limited capacity for sense gratification. For the devotees, they would like to engage in lots and lots of devotional service, because devotional service is so auspicious, so relishable. But even for that, the body limits. But if so, the body is one limitation, that is the cause of limitation and bondage, and the other limitation is the desires. No, we cannot go very far because we have our desires which drag us back to certain things. An alcoholic can go here and there, but then alcoholic is pulled by the desire back to a bar. Some people may have, some people say, I can at the most not smoke a cigarette for 6 hours. I can go without drinking tea or coffee at the most for 24 hours. After that, wherever I may be, I am pulled to the coffee pot or the teapot. So like that, these examples may seem petty, but like that we are pulled by our desires towards various kinds of objects, material objects that promise pleasure, and they bind us. But Narad Muni, he does not have any bodily limitation, and he does not have any desires that limit him, and thus he is in the supremely liberated condition. And how he goes about relishing and sharing the joy of this devotional liberation, that will be the concluding part of this chapter that we will discuss in our